What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be going over some hidden gems that you may not know about, or you may not even know they're just this cheap in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM. You guys might think they're more expensive than this, but yeah, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over 10 players that I think that you don't see a lot of people out here using. Like, yeah, fair enough, there are some players that every single player has. Like, I'm not going to put the likes of Dante Exum and stuff on this list, but some of these players you see very, very seldomly. And all I'm going to say is that a lot of these are from the new Jeremy Lin Spotlight or Chinese New Year set, because these are a lot of great cheap players. Because so many people have opened those packs that, like, there's a lot of really, really good cheap players. And the cards, again, because there's so much supply, and also because so many people are getting Brandon Roy and selling them back, they are quite low in price. Sorry if the energy's not great today. I'm just not in a great way, and it's just a bit of a weird one because, well, I wasn't the biggest Kobe fan. It's just what happened yesterday just kind of puts everything in life into perspective, about how short life is, and just to just obviously cherish everything you love and everyone you love. So yeah, sorry if again today I'm a little bit low on energy, but you know what? Videos don't make themselves, as I always say. I took yesterday off, got to get back in today. So anyway, we are going to be going over some of these players here, and a lot of them are going to be set in the right positions, but I'm going to be going over guys, well, some of these guys on the bench first, and this is in no particular order. So the first player I'm going to talk about is actually a player that I picked him for 19k MT. 19k for Marc Gasol. This guy is like budget David Robinson. Sure, I get it. 1,600 points, 600 rebounds, 40 block shots, 53s in 60 games. Like, that is a lot. That is a lot of games. And his Evo, the way he Evos up, he gets clamps and stuff. So he becomes way, way better at Pink Diamond. But, like, you know what? He's completely fine at Diamond. He's still fantastic anyway. Like, you look at his stats at Diamond, he gets 8 Hall of Fame badges, like Back Down Puncher, Hall of Fame Intimidator, he's a Hall of Fame Defensive Leader, Hall of Fame Rim Protector. He's got a bunch of goal badges as well. Rebound Chaser. Unfortunately, again, he's got no clamps, but he's got quick draw goal as well. An unreal 3-ball, unbelievable post game. He's a decent dunker. He's got great perimeter defense of 80, great interior defense of 96, great rebounding, okay speed, and great lateral quickness of 80. So he's literally like budget David Robinson. And again, David Robinson 750 tokens, and Marc Gasol is literally like 20k MT. 20k MT if you're unlucky, to be honest. You can probably pick him up for cheaper than that, and if you snipe, you can definitely pick him up for cheaper than that. At the point guard position, we have got, well, there he is, point guard. Just next player up is another one of these cards from this set. And it's another one of Diamonds. It's Patrick Beverley. So Patrick Beverley, I picked my one up just there about 45 minutes ago for 4.9k MT. 4.9k MT. Sure, he doesn't bring the most on offense, but you're looking at a guy with 8 Hall of Fame badges, pretty much all the defense badges Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame clamps, pickpocket, defensive leader, which is unreal. He's got 16 gold badges, including Dimer and Floor General. He's got gold Intimidator. He's got gold Interceptor, gold Quick Draw, gold Catch and Shoot, gold Quick First Step, gold Green Machine. He's got a solid mid-range and 3-ball. Not the best driving layup and can't really dunk, but again, he's, for 4.5k MT, you're getting one of the best defensive point guards in the game who can hit an open shot and is fairly fast. So he can lock down pretty much most of the point guards in this game. Especially because we're yet to see like a really tall, great point guard, except for maybe Ben Simmons. Because Ben Simmons, obviously, post behind the back patch, is probably the best point guard in this game right now. So while he can't really guard Simmons, he can still guard the likes of Rose, Baron Davis, what's his name, Gilbert Arenas. He can completely lock down all them, Jeremy Lin. So Patrick Beverley is just solid. He's really, really solid card. And for his price, again, less than 5k MT at times, you cannot get, well, I think he literally is the cheapest item, but you cannot get much better for that price. Next up, we are going to go with, I'm going to put in a 2 guard. It's going to be the first of the non players from the set. So I'm going to put in a Ruby 2 guard, and I think this is a close one because a lot of people know about Andre Roberson, but I actually think this guy's probably better than Andre Roberson, especially when he is, like, obviously the Andre Roberson needs to be evoed up, and that takes a little bit of time. But Kerry Kittles is fantastic. Like, 87.91, 6'5", so he's a little bit small for a 2-guard, but his release is absolute money. Like, Robeson's release is good, his release is money. So the guys that I think are great as like absolute lockdown 3-and-D wings are like, so like Roberson, Cooper, and Kittles are probably the best for that. Obviously, if you guys want to talk about Norman Powell, I don't know what price he's right now, but you can definitely argue him to be in the list if he's cheap. But again, like, these are players that you may not know about, and I've talked about Norman Powell so much, I'm not really going to talk about him again. But Kerry Kittles, he's got not a great post game. He's got he's got an alright post fade. Got a good driving layup, great mid-range shot, good 3-ball release is unbelievable. Really good driving dunk, not great ball handle, but he's got great steal perimeter defense. He's got decent speeds with ball acceleration and really good lateral quickness. Only problem is he's got no quick first step or no range extender. So he's good, but I mean, like, he is definitely outclassed by a couple of players. So next up, we're going to throw in a guy at the power forward position who, man, this guy's underrated. He is straight up. There's no other word to describe this guy other than underrated. And it is Jeffries. So Jeffries, I've used him a couple of games and he's been fantastic. Like, a couple of them have, well, they've all been rage quits actually. But man, he's been absolutely fantastic. Like, he's around 1k MT, maybe a bit less. And so look at these defensive badges. He's got like rim protector, pickpocket, chase down artist. He's got clamps, interceptor, intimidator, pogo, post move, lockdown, trapper. Like, basically all the defensive badges gold. And then he's also got a solid mid-range on 3, an unbelievable release. He's got 71 driving dunk, but a tendency of 100, which is huge. A big problem is that 60 driving layup, so he does struggle a little bit. But look at that. Like, he's got unbelievable block, steal, perimeter defense, anterior defense. Solid rebounding, great speed, ball, and acceleration for a power forward, great lateral quickness. And oh yeah, he's 6'11". I think this guy literally, like, if you're coming up against Pink Diamond Giannis and you're on a budget, you need this guy in your squad. You need this guy in your squad, and whatever player is destroying you, just put him on them. For budget players and budget defenders, like, yeah, I get it, like, Beverley's much better defense stats, but Beverley's also 10 inches smaller. So, in my opinion, the best defender under probably 10k MT, without question, is Jeffries. And next up is a guy who, I don't know if I should necessarily put him on this list because I have made plenty of videos about this guy. But again, you're still seeing people not using him. And shock, it is another one of the new cards. But this guy right here, man, he is another level. And when I say another level, I mean another level. Landry Fields. So I'm going to apply the bronze contract to him. But Landry Fields, man, this card's ridiculous. So he's got Evan Fournier's release. And Evan Fournier's release is pretty good. And then, obviously, I do need a lot to even up the amethyst, but he doesn't get that much better when he's even with the amethyst, just gets 86 ball control. And 30 goal badges, catch and shoot, corner specials, difficult shots. He's also got pickpocket, got gold clamps, which is good. Hold hard crusher, interceptor, tireless defender, fancy footwork, downhill, quick for his step, stop and go, quick draw, range extender. We see all the best badges in the game. He's also got a solid 3-ball, solid mid-range, solid driving layup, decent driving dunk. Ball handle goes up to 86 with his next Evo. And he's so easy to Evo up to Ruby. Like, you can do that in 2 games if you really try. He's also got solid perimeter defense, good steal, as well as decent speed, ball acceleration, and 84 lateral quickness. So, like, apart from quick first step, he has quick first step, sorry. Apart from, like, a really high dunk rating, like, if you compare him, even stats-wise, to someone like a Norman Powell, like, he's literally, like, imagine Norman Powell with range extender and a better jumper. That's literally what this card is. Like, he's got a much better 3-ball. Driving dunk obviously is a little bit worse. His ball handling goes up when he gets evoed up. Defense are the same. Speed, they're almost the exact same. Lateral quickness, they're almost the same. He's basically, imagine if Norman Powell had a better jumper and range extender. That is literally what you're getting with Landry Fields, and you cannot go wrong with that. So we currently have 4 of the new set right here in the 10. And next, we are going to change it up a little bit. And this guy, I cannot believe he's not used more. John Starks. John Starks, the one, is elite. Like, well, he's almost elite. No quick first step is a bit of a problem. He's got 6 Hall of Fame badges: catch and shoot, green machine, trapper, up, best, hard crusher, and pick dodger. Also got some great goal badges as well, like goal clamps, defensive leader, interceptor, intimidator. Got range extender, quick draw. Got bronze dimer, which is better than nothing, and no steady shooter, which is good. But like, you look at the stats of this guy. As a 6'3" point guard, he's got a good driving layup, good mid-range, great 3-ball. He's got a great dunk, great ball handle, really good steal and perimeter defense, great or decent speed, 2-ball acceleration, and 92 lateral quickness, which is unreal. Like, if he had quick first step, I would be telling every single player to use this guy on their budget team. Like, if he had a quick first step, he'd be like a better, well, not really a better, but like a slight downgrade on a Jason Terry. Like, you could definitely argue that he's better overall than Patrick Beverley as well. But to be fair, they are around the same price. But John Starks, for a guy who's this good, the fact that I come up against him so little is just honestly surprising. Next up, we are going to go to moments cards, and one of the most dangerous moments cards that I've come up against. And I don't mean, like, this is a really weird one because it kind of goes against a lot of what I say, but this guy just, man, he's torched me so many times, and I've struggled to deal with him, and I've also torched people with him. MPJ, I know he's not the cheapest player in the world, but like, whatever about this card, just even getting used to his release and stuff for when they eventually, the way he's playing, gets an amethyst card and they'll give him clamps or they'll give him range center, one out of two. He's a 6'10 small forward who's so fast. Like, he's 6'10, got 21 goals. He's got, well, the goals include downhill, quick first step, flexible release, quick draw. Got really nice ball control, no post game at all. However, he's got a decent driving dunk of 75 and good ball handle. Perimeter defense not great, speed's really good, and lateral quickness is 78. I'm telling you guys right now, by the end of the year, we're going to get a diamond or a pink diamond Michael Porter Jr. that is going to literally be Ben Simmons with a 95 3 ball that doesn't miss. That, to be fair, that you could run a point, if it was back in the day, you would have ran a point guard. To be honest, I would have ran this guy a point guard if this was last year, but it is what it is. This obviously is not last year, but no, MPJ is again a little very underrated because you very rarely see him used, and the only people I ever see using him can't play the game. And it's one of those ones where if you don't know how to play the game, he struggles, but if you know how to use him, he's so effective. Next, we are going to go with another one of the centers. Like, I cannot I cannot not promote Miles Turner and Bargnani. So if you are on a budget, these are the two best centers to use. Just saying that right now. But I'm going to put this guy just on the list. Where is he? You know what? Like, this guy's still a beast. AC Green. Like, I know I've made videos. He was in my best players under 5K. But, like, still to this day, he is not going up in price. If anything, he's going down in price. AC Green doesn't have clamps, which is a bit of a shock because he seems to lock people down. Fantastic post defender. He's got quick draw, fantastic release, solid post game, solid mid-range and 3-ball. He's got a good dunk as well. Got unbelievable block, steal, perimeter, and interior defense for a power forward. Great rebounding, decent speed, and great out quickness of 80. Sure, he doesn't have clamps, but I mean, like, you want to match him up to anyone without quick first step or most power forwards, he's going to be completely locked down, especially if they are trying to mismatch and get people in the post. He's so good for that. Then we are going to go to... I'm going to go back to the new set, and there's a reason why, and it's because this guy is like 4K MT, Tyson Chandler. And Tyson Chandler doesn't fit my playstyle, but there are a lot of people that don't really want their centers to shoot, or don't really need their center to shoot. And if you don't need your center to shoot, you cannot get much better than this for the price. You've got a guy with 6 Hall of Fame badges. Those Hall of Fame badges include post move, lockdown, rim protector, defensive leader, moving truck, pick and roller, and drop stepper. So if you're good like with drop step and stuff, he can be insane. Gold clamps is a big one, especially if you do end up getting switched on screens. He's got gold intimidator as well, which is great. Gold pogo, gold back down punisher, gold putback boss. 7-1, so a good height for a center. Also got solid post game. He's actually got much better post fadeaway than I expected, but he's got a good post hook. He's got a decent enough mid-range shot. Got a great standing dunk, decent driving dunk. Got a solid block rating. Interior defense of 94 is really good. Great rebounding stats. Decent speed and lateral quickness of 79 with that clamps rating is brilliant. Like, if you want an extreme budget defensive player, obviously go for Miles Turner. But if you really, like, if you don't want your center to shoot and just want him to just get in there and dunk, Tyson Chandler is a great player to use. I would still take Miles Turner just because he can shoot, and you always want players that can shoot, but Chandler as a defense player can be really good. And last up, there's a couple of honorable mentions that I'm going to throw in before we get to the last player. First of all, that this guy is still going under the radar, Jaren Jackson Jr. I know he's a little bit on the expensive side, but like, you're looking at 6'11", athletic, big, who's got clamps, can dunk, and can shoot the ball. Marcus Morris is a little bit expensive, and everyone's using him. I can no longer call him underrated. Luke Walton is still a hidden gem. Charles Oakley just makes your team better. If you're on a budget, just get Charles Oakley, trust me, because he can hit the open shot, and he also makes your team way better on defense with the Hall of Fame defensive leader, as well as just goal clamps, just everything you need basically. Stats wise, he's not the best, but he can hit an open shot, and he makes his badges make your team way better. Centers, the Domantas Sabonis is okay. Obviously, Turner and Bargnani are fantastic. Other cards that I do like Byron Beck, but obviously you cannot buy him. Small forwards, there's not that many great ones that are kind of under the radar. I don't really like any cheap players. Steve Novak doesn't miss. He is absolutely fantastic. Point guards, Penny's okay if you know how to use him. Jeremy Lin, I know he's free, but he is fantastic. Just go and get him. You can evo him up to diamond, and he becomes one of the best point guards in the game in like 2 or 3 hours. And then I'm going to put in a 2 guard, and it's a bit of a weird one because I'm putting in Clarkson, and not because of how he is right now. So there's the guy right here, Dante Exum, who is known as the best like cheap point guard in the game. So Exum is like 6'6", a bit taller than Clarkson. Exum has got 42 goals, which is unreal. He's got like dimer and stuff, got clamps. The big problem with Exum is that he cannot dunk the ball. Got a good tendency with a 30 dunk rating. And right here you've got Jordan Clarkson, who as of right now, he doesn't have, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have quick first step, which is a bit of a problem. Doesn't have some of the best badges in the game. But defensively, they are fairly similar. Like, I get it, Exum's perimeter defense, the stat is way better, but their lateral quickness, I think, is really similar. Like, it's only 4 difference there. Speed-wise, Exum's only a tiny bit better. They're the same height, and they both have clamps, so their defense is going to be almost the same. It's going to not feel different. And the thing is that if you go and evo Jordan Clarkson, like, it's who I'm trying to evo up. Well, I was trying to evo up over the weekend before I just kind of stopped playing. But look at these stats when he evos up. Speed goes way ahead of even someone like a Exum. His perimeter defense goes up to 80. His pass perception goes up. His pass accuracy goes up. Ball handling goes to 90. Mid-range goes up as well. Driving a layup goes up. And look at these badges. It's goal quick first step. It's goal tireless scorer or tireless shooter. It's Hall of Fame tireless shooter and Hall of Fame volume shooter. It's a bunch of really good goal badges as well. And while it's not quite 40, the 42 gold badges that Exum has, he got a couple of Hall of Fame and is fairly even. And I think that when he's evoed up, Clarkson, especially for a guy you can pick up at 1k MT, is fantastic. So looking at these guys right here, you've got Beverley, you've got pretty much all of them except for Gasol, less in and around or less than 5k MT. Gasol is around the 20k MT mark, but the fact you're basically getting D-Rob Light for 20k MT is crazy. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. Sorry again about the lack of energy, and like, this game is it's just annoying. Like, if you look up anything Team Lakers, I hope they're not still price fixed, but okay, at least you can buy some jerseys and stuff cheap. But when I looked yesterday, basically all of the Lakers jerseys are being price fixed at like 30k MT. I'm guessing if you type in Kobe Bryant, he's price fixed as well. Like, yeah, Kobe Bryant, at least he's a little bit cheaper now, but he was well over 100k yesterday for every one of his cards. And what I think 2K should do is they should just give everybody Lakers jerseys, like untradeable, like reward cards, and they should just make a code or make a challenge or something, or just give everybody like a pink diamond Kobe Bryant or something. It doesn't have to be game breaking, but it's just slightly better than 94 overall, just to stop people price fixing everything Kobe related. And also, like, we know 2K eventually are going to release Kobe stuff, so later on in the year, and there's no problem with that, just obviously not profiting off it right away. But right now I think they should just give everyone a free version of Kobe card, to be honest, because it just stops the price fixing, it stops just all that stuff happening. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.